Okay, now we have a simulation model. We are going to next utilize this model to find out the optimal decision for the company. So now the company needs to decide two things basically: order quantity and order frequency. So the company needs to find the best combination of these two to maximize its profit. So we can use a two-way data table to do that. So we can create a two-way data table to try out all different combination of order quantity and order frequency. For example, let's say I'm going to have the frequency in the column. So frequency can go from 5, 6, 7 days all the way to 14 days. So these are the frequency we want to try. And what about the order quantity? Well, the company need to order in the multiples of 100 so that we can try different order quantities starting from 100, 200, so on and so forth. And let's say we want to try all the way to say 1000. So these are the order quantities we like to try, and these are the order frequency we want to try. Going forward, we want data table to generate numbers here. Each cell represents the average daily profit for that combination of frequency and order quantity. For example, this cell, we would like to store the simulated daily profit with frequency 5 and order quantity 100. But that is only for one simulation run. That is something you need to, I want to make sure you understand. Okay, so before we start data table, we need to tell Excel what is the number we wanted to return. And you put the number here. Okay, I'll do this. Equal to average daily profit. This is how you tell Excel that, well, you know what? I want you to generate simulation, but in the end of every run of simulation, I want you to return numbers in this cell into this whole table. Okay, now let's set up the data table. Okay, row input cell. What does that mean? So row input cell means where, so we have on the top row of this selected table, we have 100, 200, all the way to 1000. Row input cell means where do you want Excel to plug those numbers into your model? Which cell do you want it to replace those numbers into? Those numbers are ordering quantity. We want them to replace the order quantity in this cell. So we click on this cell. Column input cell, similar idea. In the first column of this selected table, we have 5, 6, 7, all the way to 14. For every simulation run, where do you want Excel to plug those numbers into in the model? Well, these are order frequency. We want to replace order frequency with those numbers, 5 all the way to 14. So we click on order frequency. So let me explain again. So what will happen? So what happened next is every cell here in this table represents one simulation run. So we have, there are 9 cells. There are 9 numbers here, and there are 10 numbers here. So that means 9 times 10, 90. Excel will run 90 simulations, and every run of simulation, it will use different parameters in the model. For example, as I said, this cell, this is the first simulation run, it will use the frequency 5 and order quantity 100 to run the simulation, and then it will return the daily average profit and store it over here. In this next run, here in this cell, it will run a simulation with order quantity 100, order frequency 6. Run the simulation, calculate the average daily profit, and store that average daily profit in here. That's what will happen next. Okay, so now let me click on OK, and here is it. Okay, so these are the profits for those simulation runs. And I always enjoy doing a little trick. So in the end, we're looking for the combination of frequency and order quantity that gives the highest profit. Well, there are many numbers here. It's hard to see which is largest. There's a convenient way to do that. Here, conditional formatting, top bottom rules, top one item. So it will highlight the top one, the highest number here. So apparently we see, for example, in this result, ordering 700 with a frequency of 12 give the highest profit.